Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonus.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonus. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. Moving in the same direction and doing it united, then the movement forward is always so much more powerful.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your Prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
With me right now, the man himself, former Congressman Peter King. Congressman, how are you? How's your family?
Everyone's doing great, Dominic. Thank you very much. How about you? I'm listening to all your medical issues there. My God.
Yeah, Congressman. The glucose monitors and so you're in pretty good health, so you don't have to deal with stuff like that, right?
For the most part, I'm in good health. I had a couple of scares along the way, but I'm doing great right now. So, yeah, I'm in good health. No complaints.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Let's get to the headlines. Putin says he's ready to go to war with Europe. Your reaction?
Europe cannot give in to that kind of threat. I mean, this is what Stalin did. This is what Khrushchev did. This is why Kennedy prevailed at the Cuban Missile Crisis. You can't give in to those type threats. And Putin knows he cannot defeat NATO. He certainly can't defeat NATO with the United States involved. So to me, this is a bluff. His economy is declining. And he's lost his casualties are well over 1 million, in Ukraine. And Ukraine is like about 1/4 the size of Russia and doesn't have the same armaments that NATO would have or the United States would have, or the United States being in NATO. So, no, I think this is a threat, and Europe cannot give in to it.
Well, hopefully Europe won't. Let me switch gears, Congressman King. How in the world can Democrats blame President Trump for what happened to our National Guard members last week in the nation's capital?
That's like blaming the police officer when a criminal shoots them. The fact is that the National Guard has done tremendous good in Washington. They were doing what they had to do. Nothing is guaranteed 100%. To the extent that they could be protected, they are. There are changes being made now maybe to even increase that level of protection. But no, they were doing just like when a mayor or a governor puts more police or state troopers out to stop crime. You don't blame the mayor or the governor if a criminal shoots one of those cops or one of those troopers. And that's what happened here, that you had there's thousands of crimes. Put it this way, there are hundreds of National Guardsmen. The president's going to put in 500 more. They're working with the police. They're getting the job done. The murder rate is down in Washington. The robbery rate is down. The rape, all of that is down in Washington. And to blame the president for what a criminal did, to shoot two hardworking soldiers, brave career soldiers who are dedicated, that to me is... It's insane. It's absolute insanity. I'm having a hard time explaining it only because it is so ridiculous, so foolish. I mean, it just makes no sense at all. And shows that somehow, no matter what, the left wing and the Democrats are going to find some way to blame President Trump, no matter what it is, no matter what the situation is. They want him to be the villain, even when he's clearly doing the right thing.
So, Congressman King, you are a Republican. I'm a Republican. So there will be some that will say we're partisans. I don't think we are. I've always known you to be a straight shooter, even before you went to Congress. And I know I'm a straight shooter. But I don't understand how the Democrats win. They look like they're the party of criminals. I just don't get it. I mean, listen, I know the name of the game is to win an election, right? To dirty up the incumbent president, put some mud on him so that you can take him out, right? But, I mean, give the man credit for some things. He's doing a remarkable job. And, for example, let's not forget, it fell off page one because of what's going on in the world. Let's not forget the woman, and in two cases, white women, in two cases, black suspects, set on fire. But the woman set on fire. It happened in Charlotte. It happened in Chicago. At what point are the Democrats ever going to wake up, or are they just going to let AOC and Bernie Sanders lead them right, and Congresswoman Haight, Jasmine Crockett, lead them right over the cliff?
Well, you would have hoped that last year's presidential election was the wake-up call that they needed, and they would have paid attention to it. Now, you mentioned that a case in Charlotte. My daughter lives down there. She said the city and the whole adjacent area has not recovered from that. That was such a horrific type crime. Again, this innocent woman, she survived Ukraine. She's over here, and she's enjoying the freedom and of democracy, of a democratic country, and she gets murdered in that horrible way. Absolutely disgraceful. So, no, the Democrats, it's always blame. Somehow you blame the victim, and now they've changed it from blaming the victim to, to blame the president. Oh, but only if the president's name is Trump, not if it's Biden or Obama. They never blame them for anything. So, no, this is, somehow they're getting away with it to some extent more than they should. I know they lost big in the elections in 2024, but unfortunately it seems if the Democrats are making some inroads coming back, I think it's the constant drip of media attention being critical of President Trump is out there. And I think Republicans, we have to get our act together better and be more firm and more precise in what we're saying, to go back, because the facts are on our side, reality is on our side, and we have to remind people what it was like during the Biden years when 10 million people, illegal immigrants, were storming across the border, when you had riots in the streets and you had cities in Wisconsin, outside Milwaukee, burning, and you had the media saying that these were mostly peaceful demonstration during that whole George Floyd fiasco, which was horrible, what was done to the cops during that time. Somehow they want you to forget that they were yelling for defund the cops. Now they act like they're on the side of the cops. And so when someone does get shot, like unfortunately that the National Guardsman, then you blame it on the president rather than on the guy that shot them. It's terrible.
Well, Congressman King, George Floyd is not a good topic for me, with all due respect to the dead, but and for lack of a better term, Democrats used George Floyd, who was a common criminal addict, to defame the good name of the men and women of law enforcement in this country. We saw all of those police officers, their lives were ruined, sent to jail over this, over this drug addict that no one should be looking up to. And then we look at what happened on the streets of Washington just last week. This 20-year-old woman, she hasn't even started life yet. She's going 6 feet under, shot in the head and chest. She had no chance, attacked by this savage animal. Then you have the other, guards person, that was a shot with her. He's still fighting for life. And then, Congressman Peter King, it took the mayor-elect Mamdani a full 24 hours to say anything. He put a comment out on social media, not as the mayor-elect of New York City, did not mention the word murder, did not mention the suspect. Is this something we got to get used to with this guy?
I'm afraid so. That's why I'm really counting on Police Commissioner Tisch to set him straight on this. It's going to be tough. Listen, it's tough enough being the police commissioner of a police department which is larger than many armies, which has to deal with so many different ethnic groups, minority groups, majority groups. And the reason I emphasize that is these are all different cultures living together in one city, and there's bound to be friction. And it's up to the police department to keep that all under control. And for the most part, the cops do a terrific job. But then when you add into that a mayor who's going to be siding with the criminals, who's going to be undermining the cops, it just makes her job that much tougher. So I'm really hoping that, because I know she's incredibly capable, incredibly able. I just hope she has the stamina to put up with what's going to be required here to really to fight the good fight and to set the mayor straight. And if he comes out with any of the stuff he's been talking about over the last few years about taking out these special units, by tying the hands of the cops, by somehow thinking that each cop every morning goes out to work, puts on his uniform, so deciding how many people he can beat up or shoot that day, how many blacks or Muslims he can shoot or harass. I mean, if you believe that's the mindset of the police department, it's going to be a real problem for the commissioner to be able to have to offset that. When the mayor, who is in charge, if he has those beliefs and stands by them, it's going to be very tough. Even if he's trying to do the right thing, I don't know if he can. It seems like it's so inbred in him that the cops are evil, the cops are wrong, and that any proper surveillance or monitoring or cracking down on crime somehow violates civil rights and human rights. So they're going to be tough days ahead. So I'm hoping for the best, but I think it's going to be a tough fight.
Congressman King, it's always a great honor to chat with you. I want you to take it easy. Take care of yourself. You and your wife do well. I look forward to chatting with you in the very near future.
You guys, you take care of yourself.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Payne Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.